Hello, listeners. Welcome to IELTS IQ. Whether you're studying for the IELTS exam or just looking for an easy-to-follow podcast to improve your English skills, this is it. Today, I'm sitting down with my good friend, Miss Tram Anh, to discuss our first topic, health. Would you consider yourself as a healthy person?
Ooh, good question. I think I am a pretty health conscious person, I would say. I tend to avoid leading a sedentary lifestyle as much as possible by being active regularly. For instance, instead of using the elevator or escalator, I try to walk up and down the stairs. Yeah, and I also try to, have a balanced and nutritious diet.
Yeah. When we talk about health, I guess it's not always just physical, right? We have a mental health too. Would you say that you have good mental health?
I don't think so, as I suffer from chronic insomnia, just so you know, for several years, and I still take, pills every night to fall asleep.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's really a nightmare for me. And I think I need to do something with my mental health, but I just don't know how or where to start.
Yeah, maybe go back to basics and start with more natural remedies instead of sleeping pills. Yeah, they can really have a negative impact on our health.
Of course.
They help you get to sleep, but then you have all of these side effects, right? Okay, you said about taking the stairs instead of the elevator. I currently live in an apartment, and sometimes when I'm going down, I'll notice, or going up, I notice people getting in from the first floor to go down to the ground floor and vice versa. People will be waiting with me on the ground floor, and when we get into the elevator, they press floor 1. And like, for me, that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
You've been standing with me for, I don't know, let's say a minute. You would have already been on the first floor if you just had taken the stairs.
Yeah, they're just too lazy.
Do you think nowadays people are more lazy compared with the past?
To a certain extent, yes.
Yeah.
Since with the advancement of technology, we have more, vehicles. Yeah, more vehicle options. You can travel from one place to another using a wide variety of different vehicles. So they tend to be more inactive. So instead of walking, they're gonna jump on their motorbike and get there. And also, it is also due to the prevalence of the internet and social media.
Yeah, that's a huge factor from my point of view.
So instead of taking part in outdoor or physical activities, they tend to, binge watch their favorite TV series or,
for sure,
play video games with their friends.
I often think back to when I was young. I have really fond memories of walking to our local library with my grandfather. He would always walk into the adult section, and now that I'm an adult, I understand that was like the naughty section, right? And he would always take me to the kids section. And I remember opening books and learning things and getting pieces of information. I feel like today's youth don't have that same experience with the development of AI and the internet. It's so easy just to stay where you are, unlock your phone, and get literally any piece of information.
Yeah, I also heard, I just figured out a very interesting term related to, the addiction to social media and stuff, and it's called doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling,
yeah,
it's a really good one. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you go to a coffee shop, you're pretty much going to see people just scrolling every 2 seconds, right? Sometimes it's even less than that. It's about a second before they swipe their finger.
They just keep sticking their eyes on their phones.
Yeah. Okay, so you said you're pretty health conscious.
Yeah.
Tell me about your diet. What do you eat day to day?
Okay, so I have to admit that even though I consider myself a health conscious person, but to only a certain extent, because I'm also obsessed with sugary drink, especially milk tea or sweet tea. I usually take teas in the morning, sweet teas in the morning.
I misunderstood. When you said obsessed with, I thought you were going to talk about obsessed with not drinking them or not having them, but like obsessed with watching out for them, right? But instead you mean that you drink a lot of sugary drinks?
Or can I say I am addicted?
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah,
addicted or hooked. We would often say hooked on.
Is that H-O-O-K?
Yeah, with an ED, hooked, yeah.
What is the preposition? Hooked on?
Hooked on.
Hooked on,
Yeah.
okay. So I am hooked on?
Yeah, and we're gonna contract it. I'm hooked. Yeah.
I'm hooked on sugary drink and caffeinated drink in the morning
and
to keep myself awake.
You said that you suffer from chronic insomnia, that you can't sleep, and you're consuming a lot of sugary drinks.
Okay, so let me explain a little bit. I drink tea in the morning, and I will stop drinking any kind of caffeinated drink before 3 p.m. because your nervous system may have to,
Your
eliminate
nervous system,
nervous system.
So I'm obsessed with avoiding sugary drinks. I really don't drink them often. I probably have one Coca-Cola or Pepsi twice a year, right? Yeah. I drink coffee. I usually drink one, sometimes 2 a day, and I don't have anything that would keep me up after probably 1 p.m.
The thing is, sugar addiction is considered really normal in comparison with other kind of addiction.
Yeah.
For instance, drug or alcohol addiction, but people just, normalize the way we consume sugar.
Yeah.
And I think it's really insane how people don't really consider the harmful effects of consuming sugar.
Do you know how many sugars are, or how much in terms of grams or spoons of sugar inside a Coca-Cola?
Maybe around 200, 300?
Oh no, that's way too high. That's
Way
way too high, yeah.
So
So in a standard can, a 330 milliliter can, there's 42 grams.
Of 42.
Yeah, 42.
Only 42?
That's huge. That's really big. The WHO has a guideline, recommended daily intake of sugar of 30 grams.
30.
So one can of Coke is already over your daily intake. Yeah. In some places they even go as low as 5 to 10 grams recommended, right? So you're like over 4 times your daily recommended intake.
Sugar has a lot of harmful effects to your health.
Absolutely. Diabetes, right?
Yeah. And it also causes obesity.
Yeah, it's a main contributor.
It erodes your immune system as well, and also it also accelerates the aging. Process.
I've heard about that. Yeah. I was looking at an article very recently about how the number of overweight kids in primary school in Vietnam has more than doubled in the last 10 years.
My gosh.
Do you think sugary drinks is a prime suspect here?
Yeah. And also those unhealthy snacks and sweet stuff that are sold in front of their school. Yeah, those are really addictive.
Yeah, it's always the unhealthiest food that is sold next to schools, right? Even if I look back to my school days, we had 3 burger restaurants, 2 pizza restaurants.
That's a lot.
Yeah, right next to our high school.
Okay.
So when people are just like walking out of the gate, the first thing they see is chicken, right? Fried chicken.
So maybe students are their target customer.
Absolutely, yeah. It was the slogan was 2 for 2. You get 2 pieces of chicken for £2. In Vietnamese dong, that's about 70,000, which is really cheap in the UK. Okay, let's move on. In this same article that I read, it mentioned that Vietnam has the lowest rate of obesity in the world,
Really?
which is currently around 6% of the entire population. But focusing on those primary students, over 30% of primary students in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh are overweight or obese. That's huge. When you look at that that group compared to the whole nation, do you think that Vietnam will follow in the footsteps of America?
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because, you know, the industry of fast food, the fast food industry is trying to, how do you say, they are trying to expand
Yep.
expands their preference, their existence,
Their presence.
their presence in developing countries. And Vietnam is
One of the fastest developing countries in the world, yeah.
So I would say that we are getting into the dietary disaster.
Oh, that's a really good phrase. I like that. I came to Vietnam just for a holiday about 10 years ago, which coincided with the very first McDonald's, the opening of the very first McDonald's in District 1.
10 years ago?
11 years, it was 2014, yeah.
Okay.
So since then, there are more than 10 McDonald's now. I don't know the exact number, but it'd be interesting to find that. Yeah.
But apart from McDonald's, there are thousands, there are hundreds, I mean numerous.
Hundreds of
fast food
other,
chains.
yeah, absolutely.
Fast food
Fried
chains.
chicken is a big one, it's really
bestseller,
popular.
of
Yeah,
course.
bestseller. And Lotteria, right?
And KFC,
Yeah.
Burger King's a lot.
And the study only highlighted Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi with having this over 30% of primary school students overweight. Once you leave the big cities, it's kind of hard to find fast food restaurants, right?
Yeah, but they also have like small local restaurants, or I mean the street vendors that also sells, I mean, fast food, like finger foods.
Yeah, finger foods. I'll be honest, I love fast food.
Yeah.
But I just don't eat it that regularly.
How come? How can you resist?
I think it's probably about what you surround yourself with. Like, I like to go shopping and I buy a lot of pasta and I make a lot of sauces myself, like from scratch with raw ingredients. So if you surround yourself with that, I mean, you buy them, right? You kind of now are forced to use them. And then I make sauces in huge batches too and then freeze them. So I guess that's what you surround yourself with. If you are going to the mall every few days, then you're probably going to eat some more unhealthy food.
So what if you you have a crave for something? How can you resist this? For instance, like your mind keeps telling you that you have to have like fried chicken or pizza.
I think it's really just using your brain power to tell it no and say like, okay, look, on Sunday you can go out with your friends or go here and you can enjoy this. And that's it. You just resist it. Use your willpower.
Yeah, when you work in like office environment, like
it becomes trickier, right? If you're
because it's accessible.
Yeah.
It's really accessible because you can easily order food with your colleagues by using the what do you say? The apps.
Yeah, like
ordering
Grab
food
or
apps.
something.
Yeah, so it's really easy, and people just don't have that willpower to resist.
I think it's just about developing the willpower for sure. Okay, as we bring this to an end, what advice would you give anybody listening on how to improve their speaking?
My advice?
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. My one and only advice. Like you also need to make it regular.
Okay, so practice regularly.
Regularly and keep it consistent.
And let me just ask one more question, a follow-up question.
Yeah.
What about people who feel like they don't have somebody to practice with? I hear this a lot, like, how can I practice? Nobody in my family speaks English. What would you say to them?
So based on my experience, my own experience, I talked with ChatGPT.
Okay.
I just keep yapping with her like on a daily basis, especially when I do other household tasks and I keep talking to her like randomly.
Oh, so you leave it on, so
Yeah.
it's just like on in the background and you can talk to it.
Yes, and I also asked her to be my examiner and make any improvements or refinement.
And does she? Does she?
Yes, of
she
course.
does. Okay, so she picks out any inaccuracies.
Yes, as long as you know how to use the prompts.
Yeah.
I have a lot of prompts to use with AI.
And is that free?
Yeah, it's free.
It's free to use?
Yeah.
Great, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.